explain what you knew about what the media were like before the internet when you started this project, and what have you learned now?
So what I knew about the media before the project was that a lot of people got their source of information and news from the radio, the TV, newspapers. Not as much TV as it was still kind of new, but that's where they got most of it. And what I learned now is that there's still a lot of sources that are accessible, and that it was like the coverage was delayed. It's not as fast as it is now. And
So, how was the media coverage of Birmingham different than the coverage of Baltimore?
so the media coverage of Birmingham was that it was mostly through the newspaper and the radio, and that the coverage in Baltimore was on TV and through social media, and there was always live coverage, live tweeting things where like you were able to know what was happening, when it was happening, instead of like in Birmingham where it was always it's delayed, like you didn't know exactly what's happening. You knew it a couple days later since it had to come out in the print and everything.
So, do you think modern coverage of injustice in our society is better or worse?
Um, you could say it's better for the fact that there's more news sources that your news things that you can there's not as much bias, I guess you could say, but like more it's not like one view that is shown. It's multiple views and they're showing exactly what's happening, when it's happening. It can't be twisted. The story can't be twisted right then or given time to twist and everything.
How do you think social media has changed the way social justice issues are covered?
That everyone can have their view and that things are happening right then and there. Like I was saying, it's live up to date thing, so you can know exactly what's happening, and more awareness can come from it.
So, per se, you were covering this story today. What would you do differently?
Um, that the true story, trying to find out what the true story is instead of having bias like there was back then, where each newspaper had their own view on it, and what they wanted the country to see is what they reported, and how that's only they showed. So I would show the whole story.
How might you display effective leadership in your media coverage?
Not giving up, showing each view, and telling the whole story, and digging to find the actual facts.
All right, complete this sentence. As I've worked on this project, I've come to understand that the media's role in society is.
That it plays a major factor on how we view news and how we view topics that happen in the world. So explain what you knew, what the media was like before the internet, when you started this project, and what you have learned now.
Before the project, I didn't really know that a lot of the sources that were out there actually existed. Like, for example, the news coverage from Birmingham, the old stories. I didn't know that they were actually accessible now. Um, yeah.
Discuss how the media coverage of Birmingham is different than the coverage of Baltimore.
Well, the time of Birmingham, it was like around 1963. So technology didn't really evolve. So the way you got the information was a lot more delayed, and you didn't have like reporters on the scene covering the story. Whereas Baltimore, it was like reporters were tweeting and like live on TV.
Do you think the modern coverage of injustice in our society is better or worse, and why?
I would say worse, just because of the technology that we have. It makes things look a lot worse than they might actually seem, and reporters might be taking it a little too far.
How do you think social media have changed the way that social justice issues are covered?
Um, I said, we get all the information right away. So um, the information we get might not always be right because a reporter is just going to want to break the story and wants to be first. So might be a little more biased.
If you're covering the story today, what might you do differently and why?
I think you gotta, as a reporter, you gotta kind of weigh out both sides and just stick with the facts. So you don't get yourself in trouble.
How might you display effective leadership in your media coverage?
Like I said, I mean, you just gotta be a leader in the way that you're reporting. You want to attract a good audience, and you want people to like the stuff that you're putting out. So just sticking with the facts.
All right, now complete the sentence. As I've worked on this project, I've come to understand that the media's role in society is
Extremely important. They're the first people that the public hears from. So